Just because I didn't need you doesn't mean I didn't want to. Hi guys, so I've had a lot of issues with different things because it turns out my computer hates me. I think he found out that I might be getting a Mac and feels hot. Obviously, if I do get a Mac, it's not particularly really my choice. But yeah, so I've got a solution for that issue. My editor wasn't working, so videos that should have really went up yesterday, when it was still February, didn't go up till probably end up being tomorrow, knowing my uploading times. So the 2nd of February. But this is not what this is about. So because I missed my weekly wrap-ups, I promise you guys a proper monthly wrap-up. So I read technically 13 books in February, but I I guess to me it feels like more like 14 to me, so I'm going to say it was 14 books I finished in February, even though it's not true. But that's how many books you're getting to see in this wrap-up. I want to talk about kind of ones I missed out, but I'll just go through these ones. I read City of Bones. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I don't like it as much as like The Clockwork Prince, but I guess it's a very interesting world, and I think I probably would have liked it better if I hadn't read Clockwork Prince first. Then I read Undone by Clare, which was very good. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. But I would say it wasn't as good as the first 2 other books, and I did a proper review of this on my blog. Basically, if the writer is British, I've done a review, or I'm going to do a review on my blog. Because I'm doing the British Book Challenge, and I've kind of like, I need to really practice writing reviews, kind of. So I thought the best motivation is just every British author I read, I write a review, no matter what. Animal Farm by George Oswald. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. You know, it's a classic, not much to say. I did write a review of this, which was quite hard. And I read Skary, Childrin and the Carousel Sour. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars. It's good, it's got a few interesting illustrations in it. Carousel, it makes animations like on YouTube, and I think I kind of like her animations more than a book, but it was still a good book and it was an interesting story about outsiders and stuff. And then I read The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. This is alright. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. It's kind of just like story, kind of like about nobody's life. I don't know if I really buy that somebody would call a guy, let's just call him Nobody. Nobody. Even though he's the only one that had a body. Actually, fun stat, I spelt wine in this. Like, you know, just reading a kind of kid's book, and I spelt wine. I wasn't even like properly drinking it, it was just like kind of, I don't know how I did it, like, I can't actually see what page it was, like, because like I dried it straight away. The next book I read was The Demons Surrender by Rees. It was alright. I gave it, it's the last in the Demon Lexicon trilogy. I think I prefer the middle book to this one. I give it 3 out of 5 stars. Like, it was alright. Not much to really say on the matter. Then I read Johnny the Homicide Maniac by the director's cut by Jhonen Vasquez. Yeah, and it's a graphic novel about Johnny. He's a homicidal maniac. Or sometimes he's a suicidal maniac. It's funny and like it's just like black and white, but it's good, and going to be reading like the companion book slash and comic as well. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I don't remember why it got, why it didn't get 5. Maybe it's because it was kind of boring to get into, I bet. But it was this was good. I think I kind of want to read more graphic novels, like I've been reading my comics and stuff, just want to read more generally. That sort of expertise. Then we have The Future of Us by J. Astor and Caroline Mackler, and this is basically about 80s, or is it? Yeah, 80s or 90s. Well, anyway, it's about 96, about like 2 neighbours who discover magically get onto Facebook in the future, like 15 years in the future or something. It's never. I gave this like 2 out of 5 stars. It's like kind of good idea, but it's never really it wasn't the best execution. It's a good idea, but like they never explained a lot, and not a lot of I think some of the issues that were brought up were never really solved at all, and I just don't think it was that satisfying as a good idea. Really bad execution. Okay, now the next books I don't have physical copies of, but I finished reading My Boyfriend is a Vampire, which is a manga, you know, basically. Put the picture of it here because I have that power now. Just losing my hand. So it was quite good. It's like it's a really kind of cheesy manga about a boy who turns into a girl when bitten by a vampire. And I finished the whole series. I actually had more than one, just the one manga of it, but I just counted it as one. I felt like it was a tiny bit of a cheat. I got a graphic novel, Mind Management is the way you're meant to pronounce it, I think. The first volume of this, of Skary. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know, I wasn't really that enamoured with this, so basically that's why it's got the lower score. It was alright. I did a review of this, it's on my blog and I think on Goodreads too. It was alright. I don't know, I think if you like kind of super-ish heroes, conspiracy sort of thing, it's more your cup of tea. But I'm not a big, like, I like superheroes, but I'm not that fond of the whole the government is always against you sort of stuff. Then I read A Dog Creep by Sarah Manning. Also did a review in my blog. Like, I gave this out of 3 out of 5 stars. I hate both the main, I really just like both the main characters, and like all the characters kind of sucked as people, but I kept reading. Like, I don't know, I just think Jean Smith, like, she's meant to be kind of like a doc. She just seems really fake, kind of like that whole, even though like, even at the end there's meant to be this kind of thing where she's, that's her, it still seems like it's something that she chose to do. It's not really her. It just, I don't know, I didn't really believe that she was odd. It just seemed like she was doing it for the sake of it, because she kind of, like, she had to think about it really. And she kind of hates people who wear like designer or like clothes from the straight from the high street, because she does. It's more like she hates that kind of thing, and she's kind of a snob about that. I don't know, I kind of read it just for the, I don't know, it was still kind of compelling to read, even though I hated both the main characters and Michael wasn't much to say. And I finally read Divergent by Roth. Obviously I got this from my library. Shiny! But, you know, I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It's quite good. I liked it. I will be reading the next one, and I think I'm just gonna wait to get them all when the next one comes out in October. Obviously, I have enough books as it is. But I did find out I did some recalculating and found out I basically was saying I had 10 more books than I actually had, because I kind of miscalculated it. I hadn't considered that the way I've been counting it, I haven't counted series, and I had counted books that were part of a series into the 35 number, because they were like the ones I just bought, so I hadn't properly thought about it. And some of the books I had already put onto my to be read. So that explains why we're now at the number of 126 books to be read. I know that's still quite a lot, but less. Then I read The Name of the Star by Maureen Johnson. You should expect a review of the next one in this because I got it off NetGalley and I kind of like, I got off NetGalley without realising it was a sequel to something, so I thought, you know, I'm going to get the next book to read that. So that's a review you can expect because I probably will put that up on here because I guess you guys will be interested in that, and that'll be up before it officially comes out, which is it's 20 of something in March. I can't think properly date. Okay, these are kind of books that I started reading but didn't properly finish, but kind of did. Like we've got the Epicon here by Forsyth. Like I finished this today, which is the 1st of March, but you know, it was kind of my February just randomly reading for this book, and I finished it because I got my hand on some short story books which I'm excited to read, so I would rather read them. And I think the next one I think I'll probably properly just like sit read it like I would like a normal fiction, like a novel book. But it was really good, and like I learned so much. Like a critical female can be called a bitch because cynical came from the word Latin word for dog or something. I probably made a mess of it, but it was just it was so good, so many stuff in it, and it's just, I highly recommend this Epicon. It's kind of like, it's a circular stroll for hidden connections with English language, so it kind of shows how all these words are kind of linked together. But it was very good. I highly recommend Forsyth, and I'm excited to read the horror corridor, which I've got. And then I started reading Unspoken. I don't know why, I kind of have been having a hard time to get into this really. It's alright so far. I kind of should have had this finished, but I didn't. So you've probably noticed that means I don't read 3 books that were on my to-be read. Basically I got distracted by my library books and books that I need to read because I kind of have to do a review on them, so that's why I don't need those 3 books, but I will eventually read them. I'm just like going to keep them on the list of to be read, kind of. Still did alright. I kind of read most of my to be read right at the beginning of the month, and then kind of fell to the way through it. Because this video's so long, you know, it's a 13 book, I'll have my to be read February in a different video. But bye guys!